because maybe I learned it somewhere. It's for you to be in that craftsman place and learn it. If you want to be a mechanic, don't come to my center to learn about being a mechanic. I would place you under a mechanic to learn to be a mechanic. But what I will give you is the entrepreneurial skills. What are those? How do I start my business? How do I grow my business? How do I write a business plan that will give me some funding? How do I market my business? How do I put ICT into my business? How do I do CSR, corporate social responsibility, also with my small business? What are the legal things that are involved? Those are the things that University of Ibadan, CEI, Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, concentrates on. How do I spot opportunities? How do I know that there is a gap somewhere? So some other institutions may interpret it differently, and maybe that's why we're seeing all those different kind of, things. But I want to say that something that is just starting, you give it time to grow. You don't kill it because it has not yielded all the fruit. It's like planting a tree, an orange tree, and it comes out, and after 5 years, and you say, remove this thing. But maybe the span for the thing is like 7 years. So we should actually give this some time. What we have for so many years now, we've been having unemployment, and the rate is increasing, and that's why it's choking now, actually. But gradually, as people begin to get, aware and they get these skills, how do I get finance? How do I sustain my finance? Those are the things. If I put you under a mechanic to learn, you still need all those entrepreneurial skills, because you're not just going to be like the roadside mechanic. You are going to take it up from there and build it into a business that will show that you went to a university. That's the idea, because there should be that difference in your critical thinking, in your problem solving, in identifying, even if I'm a mechanic, what are the opportunities? What are the gaps? What are the problems? What can I solve here? And that's the direction that we should go.
Before I give my colleagues the opportunity to ask their question, my last question is this. Professor, in other universities outside Nigeria, universities are seen as problem solvers. When there are problems in the community, in the country, they run to the gown. And immediately the gown will come up with a solution that will fit into that right now. Of course, as a professor, and as an authority in the academia, what is happening to our institution? Our institutions, our universities are not solving our immediate problems. Then why do we have them?
Okay. If you go back to the history of setting up universities here, the idea was just to provide human resource for public service. That was the idea. And that was why the University of Ibadan is almost 70 now. When it started with the humanities and the basic sciences. There weren't really professional courses or things. So the idea was to, and in those days, what happened is that even before they finish the university, they are employed in the civil service. They are given employment the day they finish, or they go to teach. So that was the focus. But things have changed, and that's why we need to always be on top of what is happening in the society. When things started changing, we were not changing with it. But gradually, we are seeing that, we have to change with what is happening in the society. The civil service, the public service that we are producing human resource for is saturated. it has not affected our economy thereby somehow. And to top it, we have recession. So the idea now is, how do I, if I'm a student, how does a student of botany or archaeology or English or whatever acquire an entrepreneurial mindset before leaving the university? So that's a challenge now. And just like I said, these things are gradually evolving, because don't forget that even the lecturers, what we were trained for is not what is happening now. But because of the skill that we have, we can adapt. We have skills to adapt, skills to innovate, skills to change. But you will agree with me that change, it takes time. So even if we're going to now begin to produce students that have entrepreneurial mindset, that go into business, it must start from the lecturers having entrepreneurial mindset, because you cannot be better than your teacher in some aspects of opening the mind of the person, that come, you are a botanist, quite all right, this is what you are learning, can you use what you are learning to solve some problems in the society? And secondly, recently also I was grinding an interview, and when all these challenges, I said the major challenge is that the society have not seen the university forthcoming with solutions over the years. So there has been that disconnect. So the first step is to ensure that the confidence is built back. And the only way that confidence is built back is through centers like our own, where we meet with the people in the society, what are the situations, what are the problems, how can we put it into the university in form of research that can help you. So that confidence has to be built between the two parties. And yes, we are here for you. We were able to help you to solve your problems. So bring them. And over the years, the gown itself has been so much, somebody will say they were introverted. And you just do your work, I must tell you that in UI, there are so many research solutions that are just on the shelf. And the university was just to create knowledge, and that was what they are doing. But we know that the society is asking for more now, and we're bracing up to that.